What would you do if martial law was declared in your area? This question, though chilling, is one we must ponder. Martial law, a concept that might seem distant or even implausible, is a reality that has unfolded in many parts of the world. It's the imposition of direct military control of civilian functions during emergencies or in response to crises. Under martial law, the usual laws and rights we're accustomed to are suspended. The government, or more precisely the military, takes over the reins. This could mean curfews that confine you to your residence, media blackouts that cut you off from the outside world, and even restrictions on your freedom of movement and assembly. The shift from a civilian-led society to a military-dominated one can be abrupt and disorienting. Your daily life as you know it can change in the blink of an eye. The supermarket you frequent may be closed. The internet connection you rely on may be cut off. The roads you travel may be blocked. In such circumstances, the military may conduct house-to-house searches looking for anything from weapons to contraband. Your privacy, a right you've likely taken for granted, could be compromised. Your supplies, the vital resources you rely on for survival, could be confiscated. This is where the importance of hiding your survival supplies comes into play. Hiding supplies is not about hoarding or breaking the law. It's about ensuring your self-sufficiency and security in uncertain times. It's about safeguarding your resources, not for the purpose of rebellion, but for survival. Having hidden survival supplies can mean the difference between having food on your table or going hungry, between warmth and cold, between hope and despair. In martial law, your survival could hinge on your ability to remain self-sufficient and secure. But how can you achieve this? What are the ideal hiding places within your home? How can you conceal supplies outdoors? What are some advanced hiding techniques? And what are the legal and safety considerations you should be aware of? We'll delve into all these questions and more in the coming sections. Stay tuned. Now, imagine your home as a fortress. Where would you hide your survival supplies? This isn't a game of hide and seek. This is about ensuring your family's safety and well-being during times of martial law. Your home is a treasure trove of potential hiding spots. Let's consider the everyday furniture you have around your house. You'd be surprised at how many of them can double as secret storage. For example, a false bottom in a drawer can be an excellent spot to stash smaller items. It's simple, really. You just need a thin piece of plywood to create a second layer at the bottom of the drawer. By doing so, you create a hidden compartment that is not easily noticeable. But what about larger items? Well, removable panels in your home can come in handy. That loose panel in the back of your closet or under your sink could be more than just an eyesore. It can be a lifesaver. With a bit of effort, you can turn it into a secret compartment large enough to store essential survival supplies. But we can get even more creative. Have you ever considered a hollowed-out book? It might seem like something straight out of a spy movie, but it's an effective and inexpensive method of hiding smaller items. Just choose a book from your shelf that blends in with the rest, hollow out the inside pages, and voila, you have a secret compartment that's as plain as day yet invisible to the untrained eye. You see, the beauty of these hiding spots lies not just in their inconspicuousness, but also in their everyday functionality. They allow you to go about your daily life without raising suspicion. For instance, furniture with built-in secret compartments serves a dual purpose. A coffee table or a bookshelf not only holds your cups of coffee or books, but also conceals your survival gear. And let's not forget about decorative items. A large vase or a fake plant can be more than just an aesthetic addition to your living room. They can also serve as excellent hiding spots. Just make sure the items you choose to hide in them aren't too heavy so they don't topple over. These are just a few examples. Your home is full of potential hiding spots. The key is to think creatively and use the space you have to your advantage. The goal is to blend your survival supplies seamlessly within your everyday environment. In doing so, you ensure that your supplies remain hidden in plain sight, ready for when you need them the most. And remember, these aren't just hiding spots for a game of hide and seek. These are lifelines during times of martial law. So take a look around your home. Think about the furniture and the spaces you have. Start planning, start preparing, because when the time comes, you'll be glad you did. Remember, the key is to blend your supplies seamlessly within your everyday environment. But what if your home is no longer safe? Where can you hide supplies outdoors? In times of martial law, your backyard might just become your best friend. It's a space that's familiar, easily accessible, and under your control. But to make the most of it, you need to know the art of outdoor concealment. First, let's talk about burying supplies. Not all items are suited to this method, but for those that are, it's a great way to keep them out of sight. The key is to use waterproof and airtight containers. These will protect against moisture and pests, preserving your supplies for when you need them. Now, it's not just about digging a hole and dropping the items in. Placement is crucial. Avoid obvious areas like under trees or beside garden structures. Instead, opt for more inconspicuous spots. Maybe it's in the middle of your flower bed or beneath a patch of nondescript shrubs. And remember, the shallower the hole, the easier it is to retrieve your stash, but the more risk there is of accidental discovery. But let's say you don't have a backyard, or it's not a safe option. Urban and natural landscapes can also serve as excellent hiding places. Abandoned buildings, for instance, offer countless concealment opportunities. A loose brick in a wall, a forgotten corner in the basement, an old pipe. These are all potential hiding spots. Just be sure to choose a building that's truly abandoned and not frequented by others. Parks and less traveled trails can be equally useful. Maybe there's a hollow in an old tree or a bush with dense foliage that can hide a small container. The key here, as with any outdoor concealment, is to blend in. Your hiding spot should look as natural as possible, so avoid leaving signs of disturbance. Now, while all these techniques are helpful, they're not foolproof. It's crucial to have backup plans and multiple hiding spots. This way, if one stash is discovered, you're not left empty-handed. And one more thing, discretion is vital. The fewer people who know about your hiding spots, the safer your supplies will be. So, unless absolutely necessary, keep this information to yourself. Remember, during times of martial law, resources can become scarce. Having hidden supplies can mean the difference between survival and despair. So whether it's in your backyard, an abandoned building, or a quiet corner of a park, knowing how to conceal your supplies outdoors can be a game changer. Nature provides us with many hiding spots if we know where to look. So look around you, think creatively, and you'll find that the world is full of hiding places, ready to secure your survival. So you've mastered basic hiding techniques. Now, are you ready to level up? Let's dive into the world of advanced hiding techniques. We're talking about using the very fabric of your home to conceal survival supplies. It might sound like spy movie stuff, but when it comes to survival, every advantage counts. First, let's talk about the walls of your home. They're not just barriers against the elements, they're potential hiding places. You can create a hidden compartment within a wall by removing a section of drywall. Be careful not to cut into any electrical wires or plumbing. Once you've created your hollow, you can store supplies in it and then replace the cutout piece. To make it truly invisible, you'll need to repaint or wallpaper over it. Next up, we have the floorboards. Now this requires a bit more finesse. You'll want to identify a section of flooring that can be removed without causing structural damage. Once you've identified the right spot, you can lift the floorboard, create a cavity underneath, and store your supplies there. You'll want to ensure the floorboard can be replaced seamlessly to avoid detection. Now, let's shift our gaze upward to the attic. Attic insulation can be a fantastic hiding spot. You can hide smaller items like canned food or medical supplies within the insulation. Make sure you store them in airtight containers to protect them from the elements. But hiding your supplies isn't just about finding a good spot. It's also about misdirection. You need to make sure that even if someone is searching your home, they're looking in the wrong places. This is where decoy hiding spots come in. You can create obvious hiding places that contain less valuable items. This will give the illusion of discovery and may stop the searcher from looking further. Camouflage is another crucial element of advanced hiding. Make your hiding spots blend in with their surroundings. This can be as simple as repainting a section of wall, or as complex as replicating the pattern of your floorboards. The key is to make your hiding spot look like it's just another part of your home. It's important to remember that these advanced techniques require skill and time to implement. So, start now. The more prepared you are, the better your chances of maintaining your security and self-sufficiency in a martial law scenario. And remember, practice makes perfect. Try these techniques out, refine them, make them your own. The more comfortable you are with your hiding spots, the less likely they are to be discovered. With these advanced techniques, your survival supplies become almost invisible. So go ahead, level up your hiding game. Your future self might just thank you. Staying hidden is important, but what about the law and safety? Let's dive into this crucial aspect of survival during martial law. Now, The legal implications of hiding supplies may seem like a conundrum. On one hand, it's a survival strategy during uncertain times. On the other, it might seem like you're defying authority. But here's the thing. As long as you're not stashing illegal items or hoarding essential supplies that could be of use to others in a crisis, you're in the clear. Remember, the aim is to ensure your survival and self-sufficiency, not to create more chaos or endanger others. Safety, too, is paramount. While it's essential to keep your supplies hidden, you don't want them to become a hazard. For instance, if you're storing canned food behind a false wall, make sure it's secure. A poorly constructed hiding place may collapse and cause injuries. Or worse, it could reveal your stash to unwanted eyes. Similarly, if you're burying supplies in your backyard, ensure you mark the spot in a way that only you would understand. You wouldn't want to forget where you've hidden your lifeline, would you? And if you're using natural or urban landscapes, make sure your stash isn't somewhere it could cause harm to the environment or attract undue attention. Avoid locations that could lead to accidental discovery. Your hiding places should be inconspicuous. If it looks like a spot where something could be hidden, it might just invite curiosity and ultimately discovery. The best hiding spots are those that exist in plain sight, yet go unnoticed. Moreover, always remember to handle hidden supplies with care. Some items, like canned goods, can be dangerous if not handled properly. So ensure you're well-versed in the safe handling and storage of all your supplies. While survival is crucial, it's equally important to stay within the confines of the law and ensure your safety. So always keep these considerations in mind while planning your survival strategy. In the face of martial law or any emergency, it's not just about surviving, but surviving smart. So, are you ready to face martial law with confidence? We've journeyed through understanding martial law, explored the ingenious nooks and crannies within our own homes, dug into the earth's bosom for outdoor concealment, and mastered advanced hiding techniques. We've also delved into the legal and safety considerations of stashing supplies. To recap, martial law is a potential reality we need to prepare for. It's crucial to understand that this could entail restrictions like curfews and media blackouts, and even house-to-house searches. When privacy becomes a luxury, the importance of hiding our survival supplies becomes all too clear. In our homes, we've seen that the most mundane objects and spaces can be transformed into ideal hiding places. A drawer with a false bottom, a removable panel, or even a hollowed-out book could be the difference between having supplies when you need them or being left empty-handed. Stepping outside, we've learned how the backyard, the urban landscape, even an abandoned building, can be a treasure trove of hiding spots for our supplies. The key here is to protect our stash from the elements and pests using waterproof and airtight containers. Our construction skills were put to the test with advanced hiding techniques. We've seen how walls, floorboards, and attic insulation can serve as excellent hiding spots, provided we use camouflage and misdirection to keep them concealed during searches. And finally, we've navigated the tricky terrain of the law and safety. We've learned that it's possible to hide supplies without breaking the law, and how to ensure that our hidden treasures don't attract unwanted attention or lead to accidental discovery. Now, it's time to put this knowledge to use. Evaluate your own living spaces and resources, and start planning your hiding spots. Remember, the best hiding spot is the one that suits your unique situation. Remember, knowledge is power. Stay prepared, stay safe, and subscribe for more survival strategies and preparedness tips. Share your own hiding techniques or experiences in the comments below.